Yo, what is up, y'all? My name is Devin, and today's video is going to be a little bit different because I'm going to be breaking down a new bill that is going to be going into effect starting July 1st that is going to be essentially restricting healthcare for trans individuals in the state of Florida. The bill is HB1421, and I'm going to break down what each part of the bill entails and how it restricts us and what you can do about it. So the first part of the bill is that you can no longer change the sex on your birth certificate. So for example, I was born a female and my birth certificate is always going to say that if I live in the state of Florida. If this is highly important for you, maybe consider moving out of Florida if you do live in Florida. The next part of the bill essentially bans healthcare for individuals who are under the age of 18. So anything like top surgery, hormones, puberty blockers, anything like that will be limited. You cannot get this in the state of Florida if you're under the age of 18. So again, it seems like the only solution for those two aspects of the bill is to leave the state of Florida. The next part of the bill is that healthcare will no longer be covering any gender healthcare. The bill doesn't outline specifically what gender healthcare is, but we can assume that that's HRT, hormone blockers, top surgery, I assume, histos, I assume. Now, these are only assumptions that I can make because I didn't see the bill outline explicitly what gender healthcare is. That's me putting two and two together, and that's what I can assume. Now, I personally don't have health insurance and I already had top surgery, but it does affect people who have insurance, wanted to use insurance to get their HRT, any surgeries, anything like that. Moving on, now another component of this bill, only doctors will be able to prescribe HRT for trans individuals. Now, I myself have been going to Planned Parenthood for the last 3 years since I started testosterone, and Planned Parenthood is mostly comprised of nurse practitioners. So nurse practitioners will no longer be allowed to prescribe hormones under this new bill. So Planned Parenthood in Florida essentially has to close up shop because that's almost the only people that they have writing scripts, so they can no longer provide that service. So that part of the bill, limiting only doctors to be able to write scripts for HRT, limits the fuck out of where you can go to get HRT, because a lot of practices now have nurse practitioners because you can pay them less, but they still have a very great scope of care similar to a doctor. Obviously, they can't make diagnosis, but they can write scripts. Many healthcare organizations are highly compromised of nurse practitioners, so many of the places that you would be able to go to get your testosterone or your estrogen, if there's any trans women watching this, most of those places do use nurse practitioners. So where you're able to go in order to get HRT are going to be severely limited. Like, it's going to be a very select few places that we can actually go to get hormones. I was given a site that can locate doctors that are able to write HRT scripts for trans people in the area near you, because I know it's going to be hard to find a doctor that's actually able to work with us. Now, the last part of this bill states that individuals are able to sue doctors within 30 years of providing service to an individual. So with that in mind, doctors are going to have to ramp up their liability insurance, which will most likely in turn cause them to charge more because they have to pay more insurance. They have to make up the cost somewhere. Most likely that's going to come from their service fee. And this is going to go into effect starting July 1st. So please do what you can. Get with your service provider. If you're planning on starting HRT, maybe try to see if you can get that knocked out prior to July 1st. Essentially, get your shit in order. If you live in Florida, reach out to your service provider, create a plan, see if they can maybe refer you to someone who's going to be able to write you script. The availability of HRT is going to go down quite a lot. It's just a lot, and it's just feeling very fucking contradictory in my opinion. I'm not political whatsoever. We know this at this point. It just kind of grinds my gears a little bit that our governor, Ron DeSantis, is Republican, and the whole ideology behind being a Republican is autonomy of the citizen, like less is best, less government interference, yet they are very highly restricting our care. So that's not really what a Republican should do. Republicans should just say, hey, you're your own person, do what the fuck you want to do as long as it's not hurting anybody else. Restricting our healthcare, it's not giving Republican. I'm a grown adult. I've been getting my hormones for the past 3 years in this route. I'm fucking alive. Everybody else around me is alive. Why are we making these changes? I don't understand. It just feels weird, bro. It feels weird to know that, like, I'm viewed as this enigma, which I understand. Like, if you guys know anything about me, I'm used to being viewed as an enigma, but can I live? If you guys have any resources that you want to share, please leave it in the comment section down below. I did not plug my coaching for this video, but I do offer online coaching, meal plans, or training plans. So if you are interested in working together within the fitness, training, nutrition realm, please email me at devindiscoaching@gmail.com. That is a video. Like I always say, even heavily today, Devin loves you, Devin's a Don, and Devin is out of here, boy.